Hi everybody, this is Erica with Look What's in My Hoop for Flosstube number 17. Today is July 2nd, 2023. It's a Sunday and I am really excited to be back. I think it's been maybe 3 weeks since my last video, a little quicker than my normal time frame, but I have a lot to share and I also wanted to get in a mid-year WIP parade, which I'm thinking about doing in a couple weeks, so I thought I would try to get this video done today and share with everybody. Thank you to everyone who has returned to watch my videos month after month. I really appreciate anyone taking the time out of their day to watch my videos. As I've said numerous times, I just really love to share what I do. And welcome to any new subscribers who might make their way to my videos. Welcome. I hope you enjoy what you see, and as always, anyone feel free to message me on Instagram or email me. I do try to respond as quickly as I can. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time, but I do try to respond. So let's see, I have a lot of WIPs to share with you. I've worked on quite a bit these last few weeks. Have a couple new starts, I think one new start, and then I have a couple WIPs that I forgot to grab to show in my last video, so I will show those today. I do have winners for the giveaway from the last video, and I do have some giveaways, well really one giveaway that I'm going to do today. So hang in till the end. I will announce those winners. I have a little bit of haul to share and a lot of stitching. So let's dive right in. Hope everyone's doing okay. It is humid as heck here today. Oh my gosh. You know, it's upstate New York. It gets humid in the summer, but man, I am dying, not gonna lie. So if my face gets a little shiny, it's just because the air is off so it doesn't get too loud, and it's hotter than Hades here right now. I shouldn't say it's hotter. It's not really that hot. It's just very humid. Okay, let's get into it. First thing I want to show, before I start, let me tell you, it is Sunday. The kids are home, they're upstairs, my husband's out in the garage working on something. The pets are here, so it's like a train station, you know, central station here, in and out, in and out. So if things get a little loud, I apologize. I did let everyone know I was going to film and ask them to stay away for a while, but you know, an hour seems like forever to the kids. May have a little surprise visitor here and there. So I apologize for any interruptions, but that is our household for the summer. Haley. Okay. Just a little stalker. All right, first thing I wanted to show is the Patriotic Pinwheel Parade from Artful Offerings. Oh, how about I show it right side up? Bought this pattern a couple of years ago and I started it. I've shown this, I think, briefly in a video. I haven't shown it since, but I'm almost done with it. I gotta find a chair to set stuff on. I am stitching this on 32 count Frieze, F-R-I-E-Z-E, Lugana by Atomic Ranch. And this is how far. I'm not done. I have to fill in the white on the flag, but other than that, I am done. Try to get this where you guys can see it. That's pretty representative of the color. I stitched this 1/2, and I have to fill in the white, and then the little bunny tails you can hardly see, so I am going to back stitch those, I think, in a gray, just to kind of it's very hard to do this and still see the screen, just so that they pop a little bit more. You really can't see them. You can't even hardly see them when it's in person. So I realized about halfway through stitching this that the tails weren't really noticeable, but I was not about to start over. There's too many things I want to stitch. But I think I am going to my parents' later today, so I think I might bring this along and just try to get this finished today and tomorrow, and then I won't have it fully finished for the 4th, but I'll still leave it out. And I think I want this framed. I'm not 100% sure, but I love this so much. I kind of want it framed and protected. But if you guys have a good finishing idea, share with me. Let me know. Drop me a DM in my Instagram or an email or a comment below and let me know what you think. But it is the cutest. I did change the colors. I mentioned all of the colors in my last video, video 16. Let's see. These are the threads. The blues I changed, the red I changed. I think the brown for the bunny is the called for. And the black, I don't know what it was in the chart. I think this is Week Style Works mascara. But if anyone wants the thread colors, let me know. I will be happy to send these along to you. But that is really cute. And I have a pattern that I want to stitch on the other half of this material. So I'm excited to get this one finished and then have a new start. But when I started this, I made a big boo-boo. I didn't realize that I started on the wrong side of the fabric. So this side, let me see. You know, Lugana does not dye the same way that linen does. But if you turn it, there is a lot more variation in shading. I don't know if you can see that. This is the back side. Oh, yep, that's the back of my stitching. Not perfect. That's all right. And so when I realized what I had done, I was a little disappointed because I would have loved to have had this on the side that had more variation. But again, I was not about to start over, so it is what it is. When I do the piece that I'm going to use the other half of this fabric for, I will be sure to not make that same mistake. So I love that. I'm hoping to have that finished. See, I've already lost my pattern. I think I set it over here. So that's done. The next one I wanted to show is one that I forgot to show in my last video that I had started. And this was a market release by Stacy Nash called Spring Chickens Pin Keep. And this is the sweetest. So I started this, I don't know, maybe 6 weeks ago or so. And I worked on it for just a couple of days and then I put it up because something else caught my eye. But I am stitching this on 32 count Ren. And let me move my needle minder. And the only thing I completed was the border. And I was very happy that it matched up. Sometimes, you know, doing the whole border at once is such a risk. And I was very grateful that it worked out this time. I do love this piece. These are all the called for threads. Looks like they're all Week Style Works. So I'll pick this one up here and there. I'm actually thinking of leaving it out and just, there is no rush for me to get this one finished. As I've mentioned before, I don't know why I love it so much. We don't have chickens.
Mom?
Yes, honey?
Where do I put this?
Put that, just put it on the counter. We'll recycle it later, okay? I don't know why this one just appeals to me. It's just the cutest. It's the border, I think. I'm a sucker for the border. I love this little chicken coop. So again, no rush for me to work on this. I'll just put a stitch in here and there. And I have a few projects like that where you'll see them in a steady rotation. Might not be every month, but I will work on them a bit. And when they get done, they get done. So cute. So that's my next WIP. Let's see what's next. I believe I showed this. I did show this in my last video. This is Every Opening Flower. This was also a market release by Brenda Gervais. This was one I talked about. I almost didn't order this. I can't believe it, that I almost missed out on all this joyful goodness. I love this project so much. And this little girl, she's a cutie too. So I am doing the conversion with Vicki Clayton Silks. I just emailed her at handdyedfibers.com, or at, no, that's the website, handfibe. Honey, stop the rattling, okay? You can't rattle on the video. If you're gonna eat those, go in the other room. The website is handdyedfibers.com, and then her email is on there, but it's Vicki Clayton that does the conversion. And I started working in the top left corner, and this is how far I was able to get. I love this one so much. Stitching this on 32 count winter brew, just beautiful, beautiful fabric. But here's my problem. This is kind of why I set it down and worked on some other things. I started on this little floral wreath. What do you call those? Whatever that is. I started that. Now, here's a closer look at the photo. There's not a lot of variation between the threads. Hope you can see that. Oh, it's a little blurry, but there is some variation. And when I did the silk conversion and I started to stitch it, I don't think there's a lot of variation. It kind of bothers me. I don't know, tell me what you think. Those are two different colors, the leaves versus the stem, so to speak. But I don't know. I kind of want it to, I don't know, be a little more variation. So I can either email Vicki back and say, can you send me a different color, maybe for just the leaves, or I can just try to find something in my stash. But of course, these are silks. I don't have a stash of silks, so it would be an overdyed, and I don't know if that would make a difference or not, or if it probably wouldn't really even be that noticeable. But let me know what you think. Should I just leave it as it is? Should I tear out those leaves and use a different color? And then do I use a different silk, or do I just pick an overdyed thread that I have in stash? But I love this so much. I am dying to get down to that house and that tree, but I said I have to be patient. Gotta put in the work before you can do the stuff that's really fun. Although that bird at the top is super cute. So I'm kind of stalled out on this a little bit. I was working on it. I don't remember what I had done in the last video, but I think I added the letters, this flower, and I started this. And then I stalled out because I'm not sure what to do about this. But I love this. This is like the Stacy Nash Pin Keep. I'm just gonna throw a thread or two in here or there. There's no rush for me to get this done. I enjoy working on it too much to rush and finish it. I just love this though. So, so pretty. I say this every time. I cannot believe that I almost did not buy that pattern. Okay, we're moving right along. Now the next WIP that I had was also one that I forgot to show in the last video. So I started it a few weeks ago. I'm sorry, as soon as I get on these videos, I feel like there's cat fur in my nose and I have to itch and sneeze, and I'm sorry. I forgot to show this, so I wanted to show it this time. Again, this is the third one where I just throw a thread or two in here and there. Not something I plan on getting done this year, but I do enjoy it. This is by Little Dove Designs, and it's called Autumn Glows. It's a PDF pattern right through Etsy. And it's just really sweet. I think I saw someone's video where they were stitching something by this designer, and I feel like I maybe have another pattern by this person. But I just went on to look and I found these, and there is a pattern for each season, which I have all of them. I'm a sucker for seasonal stitches, like winter, spring, summer, fall. I just love it. I have multiple patterns where I have all 4 of them and I just need to get working on them. But I decided to start with the fall. And I wanted to kind of expand my stitching experience. So I decided, well, before I get to that, these are all the DMCs. I did not put them on. Look at all these beautiful fall colors. Ugh. What I wouldn't give to have a fall day right now instead of summer. I mean, I like summer. I love the sun. I love the flowers, but the humidity, I don't know. I'm gonna have to move north, I think, when I retire, where fall and winters are longer. Beautiful DMC, but I decided to expand my stitching experience and stitch this on 40 count, which I have never done. And I'm just stitching it on vintage, 40 count vintage country mocha. And this is how far I've been able to get. Just the border. And it's not too bad, I have to say. This 40 count is very much like an even weave, so you can see just the flowers on the border I'm working on. So it really isn't too difficult to stitch on. I do need to have good lighting. Don't mind my little thread there. I think I made a boo-boo when I started to tear out some threads. But this is really sweet. I think it'll be pretty when it's all done. And I don't mind 40 count, so I have enough fabric. I have a huge piece, so I probably will do all 4 of them on this fabric, and I should even have some left over. But I'll see how this one goes, and then, you know, maybe I'll start to do, you know, a project here or there on 40 count. It isn't too bad. I really kind of enjoy it, actually. I'm sorry, I've got to grab a drink. Okay, I have a few more WIPs to show, and then I'm going to talk about plans for July, and then we'll do the giveaways. Oh, and some haul. Now, let's see. I wanted to talk about, I've mentioned her before, Mrs. Smith Stitches. She's a newer floss tuber. She has a few videos out, lives up in Canada, and I've watched all of her videos, and she has caused some damage to my pocketbook because there are a lot of things that she is stitching that I just loved. And one of those I've mentioned in the last video is With Thy Needle and Thread, sampler of the season, and this is the winter one. So I did start this one. I have all the seasons, but I'm going to start with the winter. Now originally I was going to stitch this on fabric that I had purchased called Ancient, but I changed my mind. I did start on the fabric. I did not like it. I don't know what I was thinking, and I said I have to change this. So now I am stitching it on 36 count Salt Brush by Fox and Rabbit. I'm stitching 1 thread over 2. These are all the called for. I think it's Gentle Art. Yeah, I think they're all Gentle Art threads. So, beautiful colors. I might be missing one. I have to go back through and double check, but really pretty. And this is how, sorry for the wrinkles, this is how far I've been able to get so far. So I just did the one side of the, this is looking a little gray, but it's really more of a tan. I don't know. Anyhow, this is how far I've been able to get. And I really enjoy this. I will next work on filling in those leaves. Then I think I will do along the bottom here, then go back up and do this side, and then I'll work on the motifs in the middle. So I am glad that I, you know, found a different fabric that I like, and I started to restitch it. I was hoping to get the leaves done before this video, but, and probably if I had waited till my 4-week mark to do a video, I'd have it done, but I don't know. I felt like compelled to do a video. So love that. I have a plan to stitch all of these on this fabric. This is a big piece of fabric. And I want to have them framed, and then there's a place in my entryway that I think I would like to put them, and it would look really cute. All right, the next thing I want to show you is also Mrs. Smith stitches. I can't remember her name. I'm so sorry. It's right on the tip of my tongue. Anyways, in one of her videos recently, she showed these seasonal scenes that she had finished in a, like years ago. They were framed, they were really cute, and I fell in love with them because right away I saw them and I said, oh, I know where I'd put that. And there's a little spot in my kitchen where I think they would be the cutest. And so she didn't have the leaflet with her, but in her comments, it just happened to be, I saw that it was right at the top, a woman who watched her video replied that it was from Leisure Arts and it was called Seasonal Scenes. And this is what they look like. They're really sweet. I just love the house. The house reminds me of my house, although my shutters are black, not blue. But I love the winter one, and I love the fall one the most. These two I like, but I don't love them. But I will do all of them because, like I said, I have a spot in my kitchen, and I could just swap them all out. So I was able to find this on eBay, and it came with 3 other charts, which I think I'm going to give as giveaways at some point because I won't be stitching them. And honestly, the whole kit and caboodle was like $6. It was so cheap, and then a few bucks for shipping. So it was less than $10 that I got this and the other charts. Dally, can you say hi? Huh? She always makes an appearance. Such a good girl. She's getting so chunky. I think we need to cut back on her treats a little bit. Yeah, I know you're curious. So I started to stitch the, oh goodness, what one am I doing? I don't know if I'm doing the winter one first or the fall one. Oh Lord, I probably should have written this down. I think I am doing the fall one first. That sounds like something I would do. And I am stitching this on 28 count Rocky Mountain from X Jus Designs. And this is how far I've been able to get. This is the start of the window frame. And this is the top of the pattern. And then there's only just a little bit down below. So this will not be huge, even on 28 count. So I am stitching this 2/2. And I think I did all of this in just an evening or so, a couple of hours. Not that that's that much, but it was this part, this window frame portion right there is what I did. So I love that. I'll throw a stitch in here or there. Again, not something I have to have finished right now, but I can't watch her videos. It's terrible. She really influences me because I've, never had I seen these before, and I just love them so much. So I had to get those. And I did order those right from Brenda Gervais' site. Is that Country Sampler? That doesn't sound right. I can't remember the name of her site, but I do know that they're moving their business and their house right now. So I think the site was not, you couldn't order off of it, although they will be opening it back up once they're settled. And then, again, these, I was influenced by these, adorable. So this was $4. Look at that old tag on there. I don't know how old it is. And it's in good shape. Don't you wish you could still get leaflets, little patterns for $4? Okay, let's see. I only have one more WIP to show. This is an oldie. And it's Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, the Christmas wreath or Christmas wreath. So since I last showed this, I filled in the bow. I've completed down here and I've started to make my way, oops, I'm going the wrong way, this way up. I love this one so much. I had to restart it a couple of times for various different reasons, but I really love the way it's coming out. It just uses DMC. I shouldn't say just. DMC is wonderful. I love it. It uses DMC, and these colors are so vibrant and beautiful. And I think I am using all of the called for. And then this is where I'm at. I'm stitching this on 32 count mint splash, 2/2. And I am going to, let's see if I can zoom in. The little hooves on the deer are very pale and his antlers, so I am going to frock those out and stitch something else. And then here you'll see there's some missing. It's supposed to be that same gray. I haven't decided if I'm going to use the gray or fill in with something. I might be okay with that light gray here. I don't think that'll matter so much. But here, it kind of just looks like he's floating, floating above that chimney. So I might change his antlers and his hooves to maybe something darker, like 3371. That might be okay.
Mom, look for a minute.
Oh, you got you. Oh, Pumpkin, yeah. Pumpkin's not happy right now, honey.
She is heavy.
Yeah, she is heavy. She's the size of a pumpkin. Yeah, so that's how far I've been able to get. I love this. I did have to do quite a bit of frogging because I was stitching late at night, and that's probably not the best idea for me unless it's just fill in. But I haven't been able to put it down. So I'm really happy with how this is coming along. I would love to have this finished this Christmas season.
This is a beautiful kitty.
Oh yeah, Dolly already made her appearance today. She did. She walked right in front of the camera.
Are you trying to bite me?
She probably is trying to bite you. So that is all of my WIPs that I have. Let's show haul, and then I will tell you my plans and we'll do the giveaways. So while I was on eBay searching for that seasonal scene leaflet, I came across this by Paula Vaughn, which I have her quilt for all seasons. This is Bouquets and Blossoms, book 63 by Leisure Arts. And I loved the sunflower one, and well, I mean, I really like all of them. I love this little porch with the rockers. That is really cute. So maybe someday, I don't know, sometimes I think I just like to collect the books as much as I like stitching them. But I thought this was sweet. It was not terribly expensive again on eBay. It was very affordable. And I think Amazon also has this, I saw, and other eBay sellers do. So purchased that. What's the matter, Libby? I've shown buttons by this company before called the Bee Company that I purchased from Kitten Stitcher. Sorry for the glare. I didn't want to take it out of the package. Thought that was really cute. I'm sure I'll find a use for those. And then these little snowman. I think half the reason I like them is because of the packaging. It sets up a little scene, and then the buttons, I don't know, it's really cute. And then one of the giveaways I had in my last video, I had mentioned that I ordered a pattern from 123 Stitch. They sent me the wrong pattern. Well, I had emailed them and they did send me the right pattern, which is Stacy Nash Primitives, the Be Kind sampler. And I love this border. Oh my goodness. I am a sucker for borders. I love them so much. And this one's really pretty. I'm dying to start this, but I'm going to hold off because my July plans, I'll have a couple of new starts, so. And I'm still trying to whittle down the WIP pile. Also ordered by Scattered Seed Samplers, Skeptical Gatherings. Love that. This might be a little stitch that I do in August. We'll see. And then I think I mentioned in my last video that I belong to the Be Stitch Me Fabric of the Month Club. I had originally signed up for 32 count Lugana, and I did their all colors. There's a couple different clubs. I did the all colors. The first month I received a fabric that was neutral. I showed it on here, and I have a pattern picked out for that, and I loved it. And then this month, I just got this a couple days ago. This is called Summer Sunrise. And I mean, it is a beautiful summer color. Look at orangish pink. But I think you know, I like bright colors like this, but I know myself and I get tired of them. I get tired. It's too much for my brain to handle after a while. So I just know if I did a seasonal stitch on this, it would be fine. I could put it out and it would be okay. But anything long term that I'm going to have out or up on my wall, I could never do a bright color like this because I would get sick of it. So I emailed and I asked if I could switch to the all neutral club. And I also decided that 36 count is my favorite count. So I asked if I could switch from the Lugana to the 36 count linen, simply because I prefer stitching with one thread. Now I know this one, there's a couple I'm doing 2/2, and it's okay. This is very vibrant and beautiful, but in general, I prefer one thread. So she was great. Brandy got back to me in just within a day and said it would be no problem, and she switched me. So I don't know if I will ever stitch on this. I mean, I may hang on to it for a little bit just to see if a pattern comes to mind. I could see maybe some popsicles or ice, like Shannon Christine Designs. She has some summer patterns I think that would look cute on this. But don't get me wrong, this is absolutely beautiful fabric. Her fabric is amazing. It's just the color, and the color is beautiful, but I don't know. I guess colors just aren't my thing. So I may give this away. I don't know, we'll see. But the fabric is beautiful. So if anyone is thinking about joining, I would not hesitate. I am anxious to get a piece of the linen and see how that is. So I just paid the invoice for it. She usually ships, I think, around the 20th or 25th of the month. So I won't have that until the end of July, but we will see. So now I want to talk about plans. I am going to be participating in the Christmas in July. This is one piece that I'm going to be working on more. Will not get it done, but I definitely will put some more time in. I have another Christmas piece I started right around Christmas time last year. It was Barbara Anna Designs, and it's called Santa's Trips. And I worked on it until I stitched the whole border. So I would like to pick that back up and get a little bit more done on that. But if you watch Nicole Spohr, she is another floss tuber. She also is a card make. She, you know, for her career, she does card making and does a lot of videos, which is how I first saw her. I've been watching her card making videos for years, and she's really inspiring. I've purchased all sorts of things to do stamps and the markers and the colored pencils and all of the things, and I very rarely ever do it. Because at that time my kids were really little and I couldn't just, you know, leave the project. I'd have to, you know, make sure the ink was covered and walk away. It was just too much. Like, stitching is easy. If I get interrupted, I can set it down and go back to it. So, but she has great floss tubes. She does do some quilting. Anywho, I'm like getting off track here. She is going to do a Christmas in July sale, and the hashtag for that is hashtag Sleigh Ride Sale 2023. She's going to be using the Cherry Hill Stitchery pattern called Jingle Bell Sleigh Ride Company. This is the pattern. Now you can go to her last actual Flosstube video. She gives all of the information in there about this sale for anyone that's interested in joining. And I decided to join because I purchased these. These came out last year. I purchased the patterns, did not stitch them for the holiday season. I was stitching other things. And I said, well, why not? I'm not great with sales, so we'll see. But I have the patterns, I have the fabric, I have thread, which I'm going to show you that I'll be using. So I literally didn't have to put in any effort for this. Now this sale, I believe, starts July 5th, so I know it's only a couple days away. But you can go to Fat Quarter Shop. She said that they had some. I did not check, but you know, join in anytime. I know on her Facebook group, she's going to be doing giveaways. I think you do have to stitch this pattern for the giveaways, but go check out her Flosstube. She lists all of the details. I'm just going to start stitching because I don't think this will take too long to do, and I would love to have this finished. And like I said, I already had the pattern, so why not? And at that time I purchased that one, I also purchased Rudolph's Reindeer Games, which she mentioned she's also going to try to squeeze in and do a finish on that. So I figured, why not? I have the thread, I have the fabric, I have the pattern, so let's just see how much I can get done in July. And then the last, this is not part of her sale, but I wanted to show this because I would also like to try to get this done. It's called, also by Cherry Hill Stitchery, it's Sleigh Bells Ring. Now this is a PDF only, so you can go right to the Cherry Hill Stitchery shop on Etsy and download it. I don't know why it looks a little blurry there, but it does. So those are my plans for July. I am going to participate in that sale. Now she talked about stitching it on a 28 count fabric because I don't know if you saw my last video. There was a sleigh that I had purchased from 141 Design Company. I had stained it and finished it like Nicole did on one of her prior videos, but she's going to use the bigger sled for this pattern, is my understanding. So I did purchase that. I'm waiting for that to come in. But go check out her Flosstube. So if anyone wants to join in, just, you know, I think she's, the more the merrier. The more there are, the happier it'll be, the more fun it will be. So she's stitching it on 28 count to fit that sled. I'm going to trust her measurements, and I have this already on hand. It's 28 count Ren Lugana. And, you know, I don't love 28 count as much anymore, but, you know, I don't hate it, so I will stitch it. It's kind of getting washed out here though, but it's a really nice neutral color. I definitely have enough to do all three of the patterns. If I go back, sorry, this is kind of where it is. And the threads I decided to use, now if you remember, I had joined the Color and Cotton Floss Club for a few months, and I did end up stopping that. Not because I didn't like the thread, but because I was getting so overwhelmed with the amount of thread that I was getting. I was getting like 10 skeins a month, and I think I did it for 4 months or so, and it was too overwhelming for me. And then most patterns that you purchase do not call for Color and Cotton. They use, you know, Gentle Arts and Weeks Dye Works or DMC. And so for me to make conversions was very overwhelming. So I did stop, but the fabric or the thread is beautiful. So I just pulled from what I had, and these are the colors I will be using. I think we'll see how they come out when I actually start stitching. If anyone's interested, I could send the conversion, although that might change again depending, but I'm using gingerbread, this beautiful brown, snowflake, laurel wreath. Oh, maybe that's what I was trying to think of the word for that. Every opening flower. Floral wreath, pretty green. Sleigh ride. I love this brown. Oh, got some stray thread. Sleigh ride. Good cheer. Nice green. Frankincense. pretty gold, yellow, gold brown. And then the red is cherry cobbler. So I think they use, between the 3 patterns, most of the colors are called for. A couple of the patterns have 1, maybe 2 more, nothing crazy. I know I'll be able to find colors for those. But yeah, so I'm really excited to start stitching that and see how much I can get done. So this month will pretty much be devoted to Christmas stitching. But again, I have some of those patterns where I want to get a stitch or 2 in here or there just to make some progress. And then we will see what happens when August comes. There's some that I really want to start. I think I've shown this before. This was a re-release, Away We Ride. I have wanted this pattern. I saw it years ago. I couldn't ever find it, and then I was thrilled when they just recently came back out with it. So I do want to start this one because I love that. And are these it? Yes. I really want to start these too by Blackbird Designs. Loose Feathers, what is it called? Oh yeah, Loose Feathers, autumn, summer, and then winter. So, and those are not the only patterns I want to start. Oh my gosh, to rein myself in a little bit. Okay, so that's all of my WIPs, all of my haul, all of my plans. Let's talk about the giveaways. So just remember, for the giveaway, you have to be 18 or older so that I can legally get your address. Please be a U.S. resident. And in the comments, don't say giveaway, don't say prize, that kind of thing. But the person that won the Stacy Nash Primitives Be Kind and True Thread Keep, this was the pattern that they sent me by accident. That goes to Deborah Quilts, and let me see, whoops. She wrote kind, strawberry, thanks. Very brief. But Deborah, congratulations. Please email me or send me a message through my Instagram with your address, and I will be happy to get this out to you. And then let me see if, did I save? I don't know if I saved the, saved winners. Oh, I didn't save the last one, but I wrote it down. So the person that won the strawberry bag with the chart and this little needle minder, I think that's a needle minder. That was a new viewer, Carla Rowley. She wrote the kindest words, and Carla, thank you so much for finding your way to my video and leaving me the sweetest comment. I really appreciate it. And I'm so happy that you won. So I hope you see this video. I would love to get this out to you. So again, email me or send me a message on Instagram. I will have my email and my Instagram handles below. So yeah, when I hear from you, I will send those out. Now my giveaways for today, purchased these last summer. I had really good intentions to stitch them, but I'm not sure why. I love these beach themed pieces, but they just don't go in my house. So I'm going to give these away. I think there's a set of 5. Yes, a set of 5. They are by Hands On Design, and they're the To the Beach series. Here's the first one, Refuse to Sink. On Beach Time. Oh Whale, I love this. Oh God, so cute. Flock Together. That's also really cute. And then Surf Life. I think Michelle McGraw stitched this, which is how I found these. So it's really cute. So if you are interested, you'll get all 6 of these because I thought it'd be cute. You could stitch them all and have a little grouping, and then, be one and done. You don't have to search out for more things to go with it. So if you would like this, just put the word beach in your comment. Again, please be 18 or over. Please be a U.S. resident. Please like the video. If you like what you see, hit subscribe. Definitely if you enter comments for the giveaways, please subscribe and hit your notifications so that you know when I have a new video. I've had winners in the past that didn't get back to me, and I don't know if it's because they didn't know that there was another video out and they won. So if you get the notifications, you can know when another video is out and find out if you're a winner or not. And I think that is it for today. So thank you again so much for watching. I am going to do a WIP parade, maybe even tomorrow. Tomorrow's the 3rd. Kind of a busy day, but maybe I can sneak one in. I have them all together, so I just have to kind of sort it a little bit so I'm not wasting time unzipping things, but maybe I can do it tomorrow. And then in a couple weeks after that, I would love to do a kit parade, maybe towards the end of the month. I have quite a few projects kitted up, and maybe also get in another regular floss tube by the end of the month. I am on vacation for a couple weeks in July, so I hopefully will have a lot of stitching time. We are not going away for this vacation. We just took a trip in May. So, and I'm really excited. My husband is building an addition, a sunroom onto, like a sunroom, living room onto our house. And so he's going to be doing that, and I'm going to be helping him. So we will see actually how much gets done. But that's about it. I hope everyone, if you're in the US and you celebrate the 4th, happy Independence Day, happy 4th of July. Stay safe, have fun. For those of you that do not celebrate the 4th or live in other countries, I hope you are enjoying yourselves, and happy stitching. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.